Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play Sonic Adventure 2. In this episode, we are going to Route 280 and our mission is to chase Tornado. So basically, for what the name of the stage implies, is that this is another go-kart track and stuff. So yeah, we did the same thing last time with Tails, and we have Rouge in her Batmobile. So yeah, same as before, just happen to get over to the angle here, and so yeah, that's all I can say at this point. The layout for the stage is pretty different. As you can see, you'll probably just be seeing me going through a lot of collisions for this here, because I don't know, maybe it was kind of like my fault for that, but I don't know, it was probably because of the collision detection, but or actually, yeah, I managed to hit that car because it kind of looked like I wasn't even anywhere near that car's hitbox, and yet somehow I crashed into it. But yeah, as you can see here, the layout for this is, there's so many twists and turns all over the place, so you're going to do so much drifting, which I think you should be able to push and hold the R trigger to actually drift. I mean, oh, what was it? To actually, yeah, I think it's just drift. Yeah, sorry, I'm actually still kind of waking up here, so it's like I'm not really gonna have like the best speech there is, even though I do know what I'm talking about. But yeah, you know the whole drill. Just collecting enough rings and just pressing the Y button to boost. And yeah, so basically, for the reason why that Rouge is doing this now is because apparently Tails has a Chaos Emerald with him. Well, yeah, that's right, because he did have that whole time, like in the Hero story, and so Eggman wants her to chase after Tails and swipe the Chaos Emerald from him, and he's currently in the Tornado, which of course I can probably just say that he's actually using the airplane function and not the mech function, or at least the driver function, which really kind of defeats the whole purpose of with him using that car. So like. So like, yeah, this is probably the one of the very few times that Tails would actually just use the airplane mode of the Tornado, and not the driving function. And so, so like that really does make that whole track for Tails completely pointless when he's trying to go after the president. So like, he could have just used the airplane mode, but no, he decided just drive the car. Like, come on, Tails, just make up your damn mind. It's like poor choices there they would make. But yeah, you're seeing me crash into so many of the walls because of well, because there's just so many sharp turns that you have to make around in this track here, or just having to drift all over the place and all that. So because and it's mainly because the steering for this car just sucks. Because I try, so it feels so stiff. So that's definitely the one problem about this about the car racing stages is the steering control, because it just feels so stiff. I guess, just somebody who's been so used to playing Mario Kart games, where, the controls, are very much fine, and, they're so much better, actually. So, after having played Mario Kart so many times, and, yeah, it just feels weird in a way. I guess it just wasn't really functioning properly. So, anyway, there's Tails in the Tornado, and, yeah, see, he's in the airplane mode, as you can see here. So, what the hell is the point of him using the car mode, or the driving mode, to get through that one stage, or the driving stage that he had? I don't get that. He could have used that the whole time, and I don't know. I don't think I can get to even that. I also got a B rank, even though I was never expecting me to do actually pretty good because because of all the collisions I took. Kart Racing 2-player versus is now available, so yeah, if you want to do multiplayer for the kart racing, then there's that mode. Anyway, stage 11 for one of Shadow stages, Skyrail, and we still have to chase the Tornado.
Shadow, they're in that blue plane. Spotted at 11 o'clock.
Copy that. I'm in pursuit.
Alright, folks, so Skyrail is, well, it's a short stage, and probably one of the most forgettable stages that there is, because, like, nobody really talks about it much. Well, maybe some people still remember it, do. Yeah, as you can see, the aesthetics is actually very much that of Pumpkin Hill. Except that's not really just a treasure hunting stage, it's just, a shadow stage, or like, or just basically a stage going from point A to point B. And so what I'm doing right now actually is that instead of going through, I'm actually going right back there because there is another one of Shadow's upgrades that we want to get. So what you want to do is that you just want to go hit those gun beetles with homing attack, and then we have Shadow's Ancient Light. So it's light attack to defeat multiple enemies, and yeah, we already know that because we've used Sonic for that. I don't think I really got to show that very much. So basically, here's why I show off the true way to use light speed attack. So what you do is that you just charge up like that, by using the spin dash, hold the B button, and then you do that right there. And not very many players get this the first time because what you had to do in order to use light speed attack is that once you start using it, you want to push forward on the analog stick, and then that's when Sonic or Shadow will automatically go and home in on all those enemies that are across the way. So that's actually the true way you have to do it. Like, not many players get this the first time where they never use the analog stick, and so therefore, if you don't use it, then Sonic and Shadow will just go around in a constant loop. Like that just looks silly if the way I see it, but no, this is the true way to use a light speed attack. So if so you guys never knew that, well then there you go. So that's how you use it, the true way to use it. Anyway, so Skyrail, yeah, you saw me falling to my death in those under those chasms there. That's because I get so nervous in this stage because the platforming here is very tight, and the rails here, it's nothing but grind rails, hence the name Skyrail. And and because they're so narrow, and it's not going to be very easy for landing here, which you'll probably see in just a sec, that I actually just go and launch off of there. And then, I started falling here, and so I fall to my death, so I had to edit back over there to where I actually do make it. Oh yeah, watch over those. I actually died to the flamethrowers once, but yeah, you really want to be careful through here. It's very nerve-wracking because of all the tight platforming, and it's another one of those stages where I just don't like going fast. Like, I have to be very careful. So if you saw me doing very sloppy, and by the way, folks, I actually do get an even for this one, but that's mainly because I had to be so careful because because of all the tight platforming that I had to go through. And so there's a goal ring. Yeah, it's a very short stage, so that's why it's kind of one of the most forgettable stages in this game. And especially, coming from Shadow stages, but yeah. So yeah, I got the E ranks, but it's because I had to be careful because of all the tight platforming there is, and I just had to just time it just right. So yeah, I was so nervous throughout the stage, like I really was. It was anxiety-inducing. So anyhow.
Doctor, they're heading directly toward us. What should we do?
Just sit tight. We've got them on radar. There's no way they can get away. I don't know what they are planning, but I'll be sure to give them a warm welcome.
That was pretty rough.
We did it! Let's go, Amy! Yeah!
You little thieves. Did you really think you could get out of here alive?
Come and get some, Eggman! Just leave it to me!
This time, as well as the Chaos Emerald, I call on you to destroy these pests! Come out, my servant! Now go and squash that blue hedgehog, Sonic!
TERIAAAAA!
When Sonic struck his head, he must have broken the restraining mechanism. What a piece of junk!
I'm just living by my own.
No!
And I won't give.
And so Eggman just died. Yeah. Okay, no, just kidding. We're fighting the Egg Golem again, but this time as Eggman. So this boss fight is, of course, very different from when we fought him as Sonic because since Eggman's controlling the mech. So here's how you defeat him. So what you gotta do is that you just keep shooting at the egg golem's body until you see those cracks on the parts of his chest. So you just keep shooting at it, and then one of those cracks will crumble, and then it'll expose one of those mechanisms that are in there. And so when that happens, then all you gotta do is just lock onto all three parts of the those mechanisms. God, excuse me, I'm throwing my words again. And then once you do that, then his health bar actually will very much he'll just take heavy damage is what it is. And as you actually shoot at him, then the health meter will actually gradually start to drain down. So that actually just gives you plenty of the breathing room for that. So if you know what you're doing, it's pretty easy. But you want to be careful though, because unlike with Sonic, where if he goes into quicksand, he will slowly start to sink down. If you go into the quicksand as Eggman, Eggman will actually sink down like a rock, and then that's instant kill. So you want to be careful, just not to get sucked into the quicksand pits. So that's the one obstacle here. By the way, Eggman, I think he wants to kill you now because you just called him a piece of junk, and you see that he looked at you and just took offense to that. I just like seeing it like that. But anyhow, that's since the egg golem is just malfunctioning, then and he has to be fought. So yeah, with that, then the egg golem is down, and so yeah, we that should be it for us here.
Green light for launch. Primary engine ignition on. Beginning liftoff countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shuttle liftoff.
Hi, Doctor. Well, how's it going? What? What do you mean they escaped? That's okay. I will go after them myself. Can you tell me the password for the space colony control? Tricking that old doctor is just too easy. All right, it's time to get to work. The password is Maria. Maria, I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh, well. This is it. Research Project Shadow, the ultimate life form. Let's see now. What in the world is this? This can't be right. Just what is Shadow, anyway? I guess I'll just have to take the last pieces of the Master Emerald.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for what is considered the worst stage in the entire game? Welcome to Mad Space! Yes, folks, we're doing Mad Space. Yeah, you didn't expect that, for this video of all things, I'd be doing this stage now, am I right? I'm actually doing that right now, because, I had like a 12 for about 13 minutes on this video, and I had enough room to just put in one more stage, and it has to be Mad Space. Yes, folks. Oh, fuck this stage. Fuck this stage, fuck this stage, fuck this stage, fuck this stage. So anyway, this is Rouge's final stage, and actually, therefore, the last stage, for the final treasure hunting stage, unless if you play the Dark Story first and then went to the Hero Story, then of course, then that honor would go to Meteor Herd for Knuckles. So, I'm sure, every single Sonic fan knows about Mad Space, but first, before I go any further, these are the iron boots, and so this not only increases Rouge's attack power, but now Rouge can also break these iron containers. So you want to make sure to get that get the iron boots first in order to go any further. So anyway, so everybody knows Mad Space. Well, actually, to those of you who don't know, I will go ahead and explain to you what are the biggest problems of why Mad Space is so infamous for, you know, the absolute worst, for having a reputation for being the worst stage in the in this entire game. And well, I mean, I want to say in the entire Sonic series period, but then again, though, there's other games for that too that have the honor. So, you know, it's your choice. It's up to you. It's your call. But with Mad Space, I will go ahead and tell you the problems. Not only is it way too big, because, you know, you saw the wide open spaces, but, like, you know, it also has a zero gravity, or, you know, the gravity will start to shift itself whenever you go into certain areas, like these certain planets. But the control for the gravity is ass. Yes. The gravity control, so the worst control I have ever had to go through in some kind of Sonic game. I mean, I'm sure I've done some others, like, I don't know, probably the special stages in Sonic Heroes, which I'll get to that once I get to that game. But yeah, the gravity controls are complete and utter ass, and, you know, and also with the level being way too big, and also because of the stupid gimped radar, that you're going to be spending 15 minutes all over the place. You know, probably 15 minutes what I could have been in a security hall. But yeah, this is probably the amount of time you'll be spending 15 minutes in this godforsaken stage, hunting for the Master Emerald pieces. And, you know, and because of the butchered radar, where it can only detect one emerald at a time, then you know, you're going to be spending hours searching for, or going after those pieces, like in the stage itself. You're going to be spending, so be prepared for the amount of time they had to spend in this fucking stage. Because, like, you know, I mean, granted though, I'm all for an open world adventure, you know, I mean, that's kind of the one thing I did like about Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. But, and, you know, normally I probably wouldn't mind if levels are big in a way, just as long as they do it right, you know, especially the fast travel. And, you know, yeah, I'm actually saying the same for Banjo-Tooie, since, you know, that game also has fast travel, even though the levels are big. But that's one thing that so many people just give it so much shit for all the wrong reasons, honestly. Even though that game actually does have a fast travel, but of course, but in the case for this, then, you know, I will gladly give this an exception though, because if it doesn't have those aspects, and even though Rouge does go very fast, then yeah, this is way too big for, like, you know, for the worst reasons, when it really doesn't need to be that big. And so, like, it has an up and down layout, you know, because, you know, you actually can go to the upper section of Mad Space, just like going up there, because you just hunt for the emerald pieces, but you'll be going up and down constantly with this huge layout that you see here. I can just go all the way up to the very top of where you can see here. And so, yeah, you have to be lucky enough to actually just see if the radar will actually go off, because, you know, you'll also be like, it's very much like finding a needle in a haystack, is what it is. That's what the whole level is in a nutshell. And so, I actually do cut off one thing, but not to where, like, you know, to where I actually immediately teleport. Like, I only cut off like in the exact same area that I'm in, but I don't do too much editing, because I know you guys don't really want to get lost in this one. But yeah, be prepared to spend so many hours just trying to search for those emerald pieces for this one. It drags so much. In addition to, like, you know, this the butchered radar, and of course, you know, and of course the horrible gravity controls for all this here. And actually, as a matter of fact, if I go over this way, I think it's not that platform. I think it's that platform. So, out of sheer dumb luck, I gotta say, actually, no, I don't think I'm gonna go over there just yet. But actually, I will say that one of the emerald pieces just happens to be over there. I think it should be coming up in just a second. Yeah, see, there it is. You saw that right there? It was like if you got blindsided there. So, like, I was going along here trying to see if the radar will go off, and then I just so happened to see the emerald going up, an emerald going up and down. And, of course, since the radar wasn't going off, then I wasn't supposed to get that emerald. Like, the game didn't want me to. But then I just so happened to see it there. And so I was like, oh shit, there's an emerald. I just so happened to find it. Like, I was just lucky enough to get it. And so I went ahead and nabbed it because it was just right there. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to get it anyway, even though the game doesn't want me to. Or at least the radar doesn't, because fuck if I have to just go all over the place to surf through these damn emeralds. So there we go. So, you know, I was lucky enough to actually find that right there. So I nabbed it, and so, you know, that saved me so much time for this here. But yeah, it's the one stage that so many players that play this game rage quit it so much, and they've had to drown their sorrows with booze and just say how much the stage sucks. And you know, I agree, this stage really does suck, and I was dreading going to the stage so much. So yeah, because of that, yeah, with all those combined, then yeah, it's definitely the worst stage in the entire in this whole game. It really sucks. Surprisingly, though, like, even though I was really dreading going around this stage, and, you know, it was, you know, I was, like, you know, not having quite much of a good time, just having to go all over the place searching the emeralds. This stage here didn't really give me that much shit, because, like, you know, I mean, I know it's dreading and all that, but, I don't know, I mean, I never really actually rage quitted, or actually, or actually just, you know, just throw my controller down. Now, like, the first time I played this stage, you know, when I played Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, I actually was raging against this stage as well, because like because I also hated that stage, and I mean I still do to this day, and I actually still do, you know, dread having to go back to this stage because of all this. Oh yeah, by the way, now one thing you don't have to worry about, even if you do fall to your death, your emerald pieces will still be saved, and the locations for that will never change. So that's actually the one thing I am at least thankful for these stages. But yeah, that's the one thing I was really dreading most. I hated it so much when I was a teenager, and, you know, like I said, I still do to this day, and I was dreading going back to it. But, you know, this time in this playthrough, I didn't really have that much of a miserable time. Didn't really give me that much shit. So, I mean, I didn't really get myself induced to, or just, I didn't really regress to having, to just getting, like, on too angry mode or anything like that. I mean, you know, it was, you know, I wasn't really happy going to the stage, don't get me wrong, and I still agree it still sucks, but, I mean, you know, I didn't really have it that bad, though, because, like, I was still able to get this emerald piece, and I was lucky enough to actually get that one emerald piece I just so happened to see, so I was actually glad about that, at least. So, you know, it didn't really give me too much shit, though, so, I mean, you know, it took me, like, well, just about 6 hours, as you can see here. So, see, I didn't really spend too much time, so, I mean, I at least had a bit of an easier time, so it wasn't too bad for me, so I didn't really rage that much, though. So, yeah, I guess I was surprised at it. I wasn't really expecting that at all. So, I mean, I don't know, probably because of experience, but yeah, I guess, you know, I was expecting that I'd get way too angry to actually rage quit it, but no, I guess I didn't. I only lucked out this time and actually managed to get those emerald pieces just fine. But, you know, I still do agree that the stage sucks ass, so, but, you know, I haven't got through this playthrough. I will say that, you know, the stage that gave me the most shit is definitely Eternal Engine, the final stage for Tails. Now, this last emerald piece is a bit frustrating as well. What you have to do is that, supposedly it's inside this metal container that's floating in midair. And it's normally impossible just having to break through because if you try to dig down, then the Rouge won't be able to break it. But somehow I actually just, like, clipped through and got the emerald piece that way. So I guess it works. It's kind of a bad design choice that there is, but I guess I got it anyway. And yeah, I got an E rank, but, you know, fuck it. I don't give a shit. Because, you know, even if I get an E rank, then, you know, I really don't care because, well, because, you know, I just want to get to the stage. I'm done with the stage, you know, because I'm gonna waste so much time. So, you know, rankings really don't matter to me. They're bullshit anyway. So, so yeah, I just, yeah, I really don't care at this point. I just want to get to the stage. I don't care about rankings and all that. So, whew. Anyway. Next on Let's Play Sonic Adventure 2, we are going to, well, actually, if you already would expect, then yeah, we're going to have another boss fight, this time with Rouge against Knuckles, you know, as you already expect, because that's what happens in the hero story, so, ah, man, I need a vacation. I will see you guys then.